Good afternoon. How are you all doing on this fine and dandy Tuesday? It's hot and sweaty outside, so hot that I actually didn't want to go outside to do the live today. I wanted to stay indoors and keep relatively cool. But meanwhile, in the yonder there, which you can't see, the sun is calling me. So we're going to make this short and sweet, quite potentially. And today I'm going to continue that theme of mindset, because it's really become apparent in the last few days how important, all my phones are going off, birds are singing, it's really important to consider our mind and how it affects our ability to lose weight, quite simply, or how it affects our ability to be fitter, get fitter. And it gets a bit ooh, and it gets a bit, oh, don't be silly, is that a cobbler's sometimes for some people. And to be honest, a number of years ago I would have been there as well, but this isn't about controlling your mind. This isn't about changing the way you think. It's reframing the way you think. And that's really what mindset is. It's the control of the mind to make it a more potentially positive experience. So I've entitled this live Turn Your Failures into Success, I believe. I can't remember what I typed now, but something along those lines. And yeah, turn your failures into success. And the reason is that I truly believe that any failures we have are because of action. And if you're taking action, that's better than not taking action. So let me give you an example. So this morning I went out to try and exercise properly for the first time in roughly 3 weeks, 4 weeks, because I've had injuries and can't seem to get them better, and because of the current environment, my amazing woman who looks after me and makes things better when I've got injuries, who cracks my bones and massages and does all sorts of wonderful physio, osteo type things, but is better than that, isn't available. So I have to self-isolate and not diagnose, because she's still available on the phone, but I have to fix myself, and the only way to really fix myself without assistance is by resting. So I've rested for the last 3-4 weeks. But today, other than some walking, quite a lot of walking, but even the walking was getting painful. I had hip flexor problem, which led off a back problem. So even the walking was getting a bit painful, so I rested for a few days, and today I went out for a walk/run and thought I'd walk for a kilometre, then run for a kilometre, and then try that out, see how it went. And at the time it felt absolutely fine, but since being home it's far from fine. Quite sore hip flexors, very sore hip flexors, to the point that when I move it's a little bit painful. And so straight away there's two ways of framing that, two ways of thinking. How has that affected me? Was that a win or was that a fail? Well, that's a huge win, because there's a number of things leading up to that I could have failed at. I could have this morning when I got out of bed thought, can't be arsed today, not up for it, don't want to do it. I could have thought, okay, I'll do it, but I'm just going to walk. I'm a bit scared, I don't want to fail at running. Or I could have done what I did. Or I could have gone one more step further and run the whole way, but there had to be an element of sense of being sensible with it and not hurting myself. So I take that as a huge win. A win that I got outside, I moved, I've burnt calories, I've done about 11,000 steps. Yes, I'm sore. Yes, that soreness will pass once I get the right help. And that's a win. So what was a failure is now a success. And now if we frame everything like that, it leads to a more positive mindset, and a winning mindset that means every time you do something, you succeed, you win. And isn't that a better place to be? So you may wake up tomorrow morning and thinking, I can't be bothered to eat A, B and C, even though A, B and C will get me to the right place. And the fact that you're thinking about it and considering it is a win straight away, because a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a year ago, you wouldn't even consider it. You just go out and eat what you want. But if you're following some sort of plan, and as all my clients are, the very fact that it's at the front of their mind, it's a win straight away that they're even considering their daily diet. Now, of course, they have to go one step further and actually eat that food. But if they don't eat that food that one day, is that a complete failure? Or is that a temporary lack of winning? See where I'm going with this. So look, it's all a play on words to an extent. But the important thing here is you celebrate everything as a win. You look at things and think, you know what? That was positive. I got up, I did something. It's better than sitting and doing nothing. Every movement more you made than yesterday, or that repeated yesterday, or more than the last week is a win. So please, please, please think about things differently. Reframe your daily tasks. Set yourself tasks, challenges to meet. But if you only get halfway, isn't that famous saying, oh, I don't know. I actually think it's a 𝗬𝗂𝗿𝗂𝗀 line from The Office. It's about reaching for the stars, but only landing on the moon, or something of that nature. So if you reach for that highest point but only get halfway, you're still halfway ahead where you would have been had you not reached for it. Make sense? Something to think about, guys, on this lovely sunny Tuesday. I'm going to leave you with that thought. Always celebrate wins and turn your failures into successes. Have a great day. I'll speak to you all very soon. But for now, I'm out.